Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Unbox Boys. What'd you do?
I was just like...
I was here too.
It stays. Welcome to another episode of
The Unbox Boys.
I'm Dave, it's my son Elias.
Yeah.
My son-in-law Jared.
What's good?
Welcome to the garage here, where we're checking out...
Welcome to our garage.
We're checking out the Entertainment Earth exclusive 4-pack from the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch collection of Phase 1 Clone Troopers.
Woo!
Yes. Let's take a look at the box here really quick.
Did you say Phase 1?
Yeah. Was it Phase 2?
Dave,
we just said...
Phase 2. It's Phase 2. Okay.
Was that your rewind
That was my
sound?
rewind sound. Highly technical stuff here. There you can see what it is we're actually looking at. We've got the...
well, not really, it's just a side of the box.
No, I mean, as far as which ones we'll be looking at.
Okay.
Wow, what a great figure.
Here you can see the figures.
I didn't say the figures, I said what we're looking at.
Is one consistent color.
See what I have to deal with. You see what I have to deal with? The 501st Legion Clone Trooper, Coruscant Guard, the 212 Attack Battalion, Utapau Trooper, and the 442nd Siege Battalion Clone Trooper. I don't know what all that means. Do you know what all that means?
The Utapau sounds like it's from like Doctor Strange or something.
Wasn't T'Pau like from Star Trek? It's not like Trak's mom.
The planet that Commander Cody's on.
Spock's mom.
And Ravenna.
There was somebody called T'Pau
Is
in
it
Star
that
Trek.
one with that creature that
In the comments,
Obi-Wan
T'Pau in Star Trek. You're with me, right? But not Utapau. Maybe Utapau.
What is that creature
Okay.
called?
Don't even know.
All right, we're gonna slide
Let
this.
that happen, man.
We're gonna slide this out of the box. Maybe, maybe not. Thanks. Two guys here.
this
I
is
gotta
so
do this all
cool.
by myself.
I love
Okay.
these boxes.
So on the back, let me break this so you can kind of pause as you'd like. There's the little bit of info for the 501st. There's a little bit of info for the Coruscant.
The croissant.
There's the 212th Utapau details there. Mm-hmm. And there's the 442nd Siege Battalion Clone Trooper. So
Which one's that?
you can pause that at any time you like.
green one.
And then here's where the magic happens. We've got this dude here. This dude here.
Welcome to our garage.
And here's where the magic happens.
It is. Look at all the colors, the pretty colors. So blue, red, yellow, and green.
Welcome to the garage where all the magic happens.
The clone troopers like primary colors, which is a good thing. So let's take these guys out of the box, and we'll check out the slap. There.
Hey.
Okay, since they are all the same, they can all be judged equally as far as sculpt goes. So again, as we've mentioned before, when checking out clone troopers, it's hard to tell or hard to judge sculpt when you're not looking at an actual face or body, but it's all armor. It would be kind of like judging an Iron Man figure on sculpt or whatever. And so we give a little leeway to the guys who did this, apart from perhaps a little variation in size and scale, perhaps of legs, height, and things of that nature. These are typically sculpted pretty well. I mean, you've got the belt sculpted nice, the pieces of armor individually put on there. They've even typically got a nice sculpt for the I don't even know what you call that undergarment there, but kind of the black bodysuit or whatever they have that they wear underneath the white armor is nicely sculpted with some texture there. But there's not a lot of detail as far as sculpt wise. You see some on the helmet there, so some nice just some nice touches there.
They all kind of have different variations to. Oh, we're not talking about paint, are we?
No,
Never mind.
No, yeah, just the sculpt there. So based on that,
By the way,
yeah, forget what I said. So yeah, as far as sculpt goes, I'm looking to the back of the leg there, trying to see if that's supposed to be that way or.
I think it's where they mold it.
Okay.
Where the molds meet.
Gotcha. So yeah, for the most part, we'd give this sculpt on these figures a full point.
Full point.
So onto the L in Slap, as we look at the, which guy is this?
This is the 212.
This would be the yellow guy.
Orange.
Is that orange?
It's
Seriously?
orangish yellow.
colorblind?
It's
Orangish
orangish yellow.
It's sort of a canary gold.
No.
It's like a creamsicle kind of mesh when the
I wouldn't
cream.
say creamsicle.
No,
I know
when
creamsicles.
it's like
We're
when
men.
the
We should not
cream
have this.
and
We should not
that
have knowledge
mix.
of this many colors. It's orange, green, red, blue.
That's why the clone troopers are in primary colors. And Phasma's like, forget y'all, I'm going with chrome.
Dazzle that joint.
With a cape. Phasma, by the way, is my favorite. I guess she's a trooper. But anyway.
Dazzle that joint.
So as far as likeness goes, you can't really argue that it looks like a stormtrooper. I mean, or
No.
clone trooper. It looks like a clone
I'm gonna
trooper.
slap you, Dave.
A Phase 2 clone trooper.
212th Battalion.
212th Battalion.
Under the operational.
Yeah. Now, you were saying, because we have the Commander Cody one, there's a slight variation in the paint color.
Are we doing paint now? Can I say what I was going to say?
No. Oh, we'll get to that when we get to the paint. That's at the end of the slap.
Anyway.
So likeness goes, we're going to give that one a full point as well.
Full point.
What's next on their bucket list?
It's blue. It's
Yeah.
blue, Dave.
You do?
Blue. Color
Okay.
blue.
Next
I
up,
thought it was purple.
it's blue.
They're flirting his colors today. Orange, green,
Blue. This one's the
magenta.
blue. Yeah. Now, is this sort of a navy blue or kind of a sky blue? No. It says Clone Trooper
more
Blue.
like
That's
primary
what's called.
colors.
Looks like
Primary
ocean
colors.
blue.
Okay, Clone Trooper Blue, what we'll call it. And which guy is this again? This is the
501st.
501st. Okay.
Anakin's posse.
Okay. So this is
Or
like Rex
or
from this crew here?
Rex's.
Rex is a blue guy,
yeah,
right?
it wasn't
Yeah,
just
it's
his
Rex's
posse,
crew.
But at the end, it was his posse.
Okay. So Jared, give us the articulation here for the, and you know this well for these troopers.
Yeah, it's all just 2 point.
Wow. Very
I was speaking-
explanative.
I was speaking really fast and I needed to slow down a little bit.
Kind of like when that Tauntaun died. It was
but
okay. Articulation.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just go from the head down here. The head swivel. The only thing I don't like about these.
Thank you.
Dave's giving me the arrow this way. The only thing I don't like about these, as far as articulation, I'll tell you off the top, is just the head. The way it fits on there, it comes down a little bit too far for the little like hinge and ball point it's on, and so you don't get as much articulation. I mean, you get enough just to mess around with whatever. It just kind of like feels like it's hindered, like as far as going backwards.
Right.
You can't go back like at all.
Gotcha.
So like the stormtroopers, you can go way back, and there's like a lot of space back there underneath the
Okay.
helmet and everything too. But yeah, so you can neck swivel. It's got ab crunch there. You can pivot all the way around, full range motion.
Okay.
He's got the shoulder joint there and kind of an upper bicep pivot. 2 point on the arms. Kind of like a handshake on this hand and stop on the name of love on this hand. He's got 5 pivot. Rotation there. 2 points on his knees and a ball joint on the bottom and a hinge as well as that. So that's pretty much all the articulation, and they're all
They're all the
identical.
same.
Yeah. So
All these Phase 2 clone troopers are all the same in articulation.
good at this.
And it's good because with these guys, particularly as we've mentioned before, with the double joints on the elbow, they can hold their guns in a very cool fashion without having to hold it out all dorky-like.
yeah.
So for the A in slap articulation, we give it a full point.
Full point.
And that comes to the P, which is for paint.
This is like
We're
really
learning
good.
numbers, colors, and letters today. P is for
right.
paint.
First thing,
Blue is for blue.
okay, the guns are not that detailed. It's just like a plain black on all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No paint.
So
on the
there's
gun.
like nothing.
It is different than the other ones. It's kind of like almost more of like a gunmetal type color. If you can kind of see it here.
Well, but on the
It's the same. It's pretty
one.
much the same thing, I think. Yeah, it's the same. It's like it's a gunmetal. While typically, I think the other ones. I think we have one nearby here. Let me grab it for you. Second. This is more of like a just standard black matte finish. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see the difference, but if we compare them side by side, I like this.
Which
better.
one is it?
This is not as film accurate, but it looks cooler. This one is more film accurate. But
Okay.
you can kind of see it's more.
Very
It's
subtle
almost,
difference, but
Yeah.
it's almost blue and a little bit sparkly. You can see the difference.
Okay.
For people who care about it. Why are we here anyway? This is why we do this sort of thing.
Another thing that I really liked about this is the battle damage. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
all these have
And
some
also,
really nice weathering.
Also, that
it's
out of
different.
them, I think they're all unique because each of these things kind of had like different. There had different kind of like stains and stuff. Like this one had more like a black chalky kind of look to it.
You could tell us, man.
This one had like more scrapes, so maybe they're like fighting something that was scraping them. And then one of them,
The
I think,
501st has a lot more on his legs.
yeah.
Right.
And then this one looks like he was running around in a field and got a bunch of stains. You
This
know?
doesn't look so much like battle damage as it does like they were all
Weathering.
dragged behind a wampa for a few
Yeah.
parsecs.
Also, another thing
This
is
looks really good. I didn't realize how good that looked. Though.
what I like about this guy is probably my favorite.
His
The
feet, too.
shock trooper.
Is his feet?
Or sorry, not a shock trooper. Wait, is it a shock trooper?
Well,
now?
it's called
Does
the
it say-
Coruscant Guard Phase 2, but it is a
Yeah,
shock trooper.
that's what I meant. So these guys originally were part of Kanan from Star Wars Rebels. His master's like her posse. So then they ended up becoming Emperor Palpatine's. After Order 66, they ended up being like, you know, the Royal Guards
They
kind of
had a
thing,
secret
but not like
handshake with the
not like the
Emperor.
Royal Guards, but like the Royal Guard, like
The Royal Guard's
you know,
Royal Guard assistants. is
Yeah,
what they were,
exactly.
They bring him like lattes and that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. They're like the understudy.
The
That was not the right word.
the understudy.
In case you come in sick.
So
you
it's
know?
red and white.
Yeah, so the paint, yes, it looks like it's done nicely. We do appreciate the weathering, the battle damage on these guys. All of them, I think, the paint is pretty tight on these. The weathering helps because if there are little scrapes, if there were accidental ones, you wouldn't know because they're all messed up. So that's a nice way to cover up stuff like that.
And this guy in particular, I just want to take a closer look at him while we're talking about paint.
Yeah.
He's the only one who really has like a lot of scraping on his chest piece there, and you can just this one I think out of all of
Yeah.
them, I think Elias and I would agree that it just looks the best as far as weathering. And the cool thing I just kind of noticed is his feet look like they got mud on them,
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
which I thought was pretty neat too.
Is that what that gray is supposed to be?
Yeah, or a really bad paint job, whatever works for
Yeah.
you. You know.
He almost looks like, you know, how tube socks, you got like the two red stripes there, or the ringer shirts. He's kind of there.
roller skating later with
He's like, he's just a couple adjustments away from being a football player, I think. I mean, this is the future of football right here.
That would be awesome. Okay.
I don't know.
All right, maybe not.
man. Oh, we were going to compare Commander Cody and
Yeah.
212.
Okay, so paint-wise, color-wise,
Because you can see it almost immediately. I'm not 100% sure, so if the color is in the movie, I don't have a reference page right now or anything. If they're supposed to be like identical, or I want to lean towards that his are supposed to be darker like it is.
I'm pretty sure they
And
are.
if someone knew this was in the same series as this is, and these guys were kind of a different company making them, sort of like an aftermarket kind of thing,
right?
I feel like they would make it as movie accurate and as close to the paint as they could. You know,
Okay.
they would have this as a reference model.
Okay, I was just looking where.
What does it say?
This one's made in China.
This one's
Where's Cody made?
made in Coos Bay, Oregon.
Really? Then it should be excellent.
So yeah, I don't know if we're just comparing the colors because I was excited that there was he's got another little clone with him.
Right.
But if it's supposed to be accurate, it's way off.
Yeah.
But if it's not,
either
supposed to be the
that,
same.
great job.
either that or this guy has been out in the sun way too long.
Yeah, and the other the other thing I think I saw, we were talking about Dave and I a little bit earlier. I don't know if it was on camera or not, but the helmet size, if you want to kind of hold him there,
Yeah.
the scale. I'm not sure if Commander Cody's has a smaller head or something, or I don't know, but they're all clones, so they should be consistent. But I noticed that his head was a little bit smaller than the scale of this guy. Bring it down a little bit so we can kind of see it in frame.
It's a little hard to tell because Cody's got the visor thing and the little antenna going on there, but
Yeah, that's probably what. And also,
Yeah, it
this
does
guy
look a
has a
little
little
bit
bit of a.
Not much,
Yeah.
but enough to make me angry.
Well, everybody's head is not the same, okay? Even though they're clones. Some of them have a mohawk. Some of them have, you know,
Yeah,
things
haven't
going
you
on.
seen
You gotta
Clone
make
Wars?
room for your mohawk on the top. Some guy's got like a cut in the very top of his mohawk.
That's right. That's what this is. Yes.
Got an afro guy. Doesn't even wear a head at all.
So for the paints, we're going to give that a full point.
Full point.
Okay, so for this 4-pack exclusive from Entertainment Earth of the Phase 2 Clone Troopers, they get 4 out of 4 on the slap scale. Very nicely done. I like that. Now, I noticed that when this first came out, I saw a lot of talk on Facebook from some of the Star Wars groups, and they were saying, well, that's just stupid, man. It's just repaints of the same thing, which it is. But look at him, man.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's like, what about all the other, like, stormtroopers? Like, it's like, oh, here's a stormtrooper with a pauldron. Nobody complains about that.
Yeah.
It's like,
So we're digging these. So 4 out of 4 on the slap scale. Thanks so much for watching today. Be sure to smash that like button and let
slap
us
it.
slap that like button. Slap that subscribe button. Slap the notification button. Slap them all.
Slap Dave.
Yeah.
Your son-in-law. Just kidding.
And be sure to leave comments down below. Let us know what you think of these. If you think it's just stupid and they're just repaints, or you really think it's cool, like we do.
It's not going to change our opinion, but
Yeah.
it might make it feel better.
Yeah, I'm not going to give away. Yeah. And be sure to share this as well, Facebook, Twitter, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Mostly on Twitter, somewhat on Facebook, and hardly ever on Instagram. Just laying it out there.
And MySpace.
I'll start
We're still on
taking-
MySpace, too.
Yeah. That's still right on MySpace.
I don't know.
Remember my,
Before
remember
you were
MyPraise?
born.
MyPraise. You remember
Where-
MyPraise? It was like a MySpace alternative.
I don't know.
I had one.
What
I
about
was homeschooled.
what about Musically? Follow us on Musically. We don't have
Spotify.
that. It's Spotify.
Share this anywhere you want. It's all good.
Add me on Xbox.
Till next time. God bless. Pray for me. For me, please.